Welcome students. Today I will teach you hot and wet equatorial region, class 5, chapter 4. In the last chapter, you read about the main heat zone of water. According to temperature, it can be divided into three zones: torrid zone, temperate zone, and frigid zone. Okay, within these broad bands are several smaller climatic regions. Since climatic influence, you know that students, climate influence the kind of plant and animal life found in the region. Each of the region has a unique plant. Each of the region has a unique plant and animal life. Every region has different types of plants, different types of plants and animal. Climate also, the role of a climate significant. It influences completely the life of people living in these regions. The clothes of people wear, the crops, food, everything completely influence the region. Okay, first I will teach you through explanation. First, students, this is our earth. Okay, this is our earth. Okay, it can be divided into three parts according to temperature. Okay, it can be divided into three parts according to temperature. Equator is passing through the middle of the earth. It can be divided into two parts: top northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. Okay, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. Okay, then equator passes middle of the earth. Also, it can be divided into three parts according to temperature. Okay, one is torrid zone, second is temperate zone, third is frigid zone. Okay, then I will draw this area, torrid zone, this area torrid zone, this is equator. Okay, this line is equator and this area is torrid zone. Second area is temperate zone, top area is nearing northern frigid zone, polar area. Okay, exactly southern side of torrid zone, second is temperate zone, last is frigid zone. Okay, first student, today topic is the hot and wet equatorial region. The hot and wet and equatorial region. Let's start. Where is the location? Hot and wet equatorial region. The hot and wet equatorial climatic region lies within the torrid zone. That means that this region, torrid zone, extend to 10 degree north and south of equator. You know, this is equator line. This is equator line. Torrid zone, it can be extended 10 degree north, 10 degrees south. That means this area are torrid zone. Are you understand, students? This area is torrid zone. Here is equator. Equator is also passes through the middle of the earth. Okay, then it gives, okay, then starts that this region, particular at this region, receives direct ray of the sun. It remains hot throughout the year. There is no winter. Suppose here is earth. Okay, this sun rays in this area, the direct rays, the direct ray of the sun remains hot throughout the year. Okay, direct rays. Then humidity is high also. If the temperature falls directly, humidity is high throughout the year because of the many water bodies, dense forest found here. Different types of water bodies, Amazon River also located in this region. Okay, different types of water body also available. The intense heat during the day leads to rapid evaporation. You know that. Suppose, okay, when sun falls directly in the intense heat during the day leads to rapid evaporation. Okay, rapid evaporation, and it forms, that water vapor evaporation, it forms clouds. And when the amount of water vapor condenses, when water vapor changes into evaporation, that means condensation, when it forms cloud, then it goes to downward as a precipitation, that rain. Okay, then every afternoon 4 o'clock, the heavy rain cool the air, making heat and humidity bearable. Once particular, the torrid zone in this region is cool and also making the heat and humidity bearable. The rainfall is evenly disturbed throughout the year. There is no more that is dry. Okay. Also, as a second, natural vegetation. As a result of high temperature, heavy rainfall in this area, equatorial rainfalls grow in this region. Okay, the growth of trees in the forest is dense and luxuriant. That means the forest is dense and luxuriant. A great variety of tree grow here. Some example, ebony, rosewood, palm tree, mahogany. These trees shed their leaves at different times of the year. So these forests are always green. The trees shed their leaves at different times of the year. So these forests are always green. Okay, these forests are always green and never bare of leaves. They are therefore also known as evergreen forest. For distant layer can be seen in this forest. Then you will see, you have seen here by picture, this is tropical equatorial rainforest. It is very dense. Okay, very density here you see. Then also, this type of forest is located in this region. You know, students, Amazon rainforest is the largest equatorial forest in the world. Okay. Then second is animal life. Equatorial rainforests have a rich variety of animals, birds, butterfly, insect and snakes. Most of the animals spend their time in the trees instead of on the ground. Okay, maximum animals spend their time in the trees instead of on the ground. As a very little sunlight reaches the ground, because this sunlight does not reach to the ground. Each layer of the forest is on unique life forms. Different types of animals like crocodiles, snakes, spider, monkey, etc. You read. Then second, human life. In the equatorial region, most of people live in city along the coast, as living condition with the rainforest is very difficult. Hunting, agriculture, fishing, forestry and mining are the main occupation of people. Small groups of tribal people continue to live in the rainforest. Some are hunting gatherers. Other practice shifting agriculture, shifting cultivation. One of the oldest method of cultivation in this method, tell you. You will see, shifting cultivation means that means that in this process, according to shifting cultivation, it is the oldest process of agriculture. First they they cut the tree. Okay. They cut the tree. All the tree cut fast. Okay. Second, burning them. Second, which tree they cut? Second, burning them. Burning them. Third, the ash makes the soil fertile. Okay, the ash makes the soil fertile.